along, 38 years, a long, illustrious career. We've all had the chance to work with him and know him as a manager and as a man, and he's a great mentor for me, a great example as a leader. And that's all the stuff we know, right? So let's get to the fun stuff. So you'll hear many stories about how frugal Stafford can be. My description for him would be wicked cheap. And so there are a lot of great stories out there. Some of my favorite ones involve color copies. So who here knows how much a one-page color copy at L.L. Bean costs? And how do you know this information? 7. So for those of you that don't know, each one-page color copy costs 8 cents. So that analyst 9 cents. So that great analyst mind, as you hand Stafford this carefully prepared deck to present something really important, calculates how much money you've spent on that deck, and that's where this conversation starts. Every time. The other thing that you might not know about Stafford, because I've had the chance to work with him so closely, is he's quite competitive. So this comes out in a variety of different ways, and the senior leadership team all has great experience with the little competitions that go on between Stafford and I. Some of my favorite ones were when we started doing status reports on a weekly basis for Gene, who got their status report in first. I used to get IMs from Stafford. I'm done. Are you? We've gone on to bigger and better things. Who got their goals done first? Which individual met the training hour goals first? I took that one last year. Also went into whose team met the training goal for the department. Whose team met that goal first? That was Stafford's. And then in the famous holiday window decorating contest, between the two of our teams and not a lot of artistic expertise, who didn't come in last? So with all of Stafford's time on his hand that he'll have now, without constantly working online and monitoring peak and taking calls in the middle of the night and tracing down all those problems, thinking he's going to have some free time on his hands. He's got grandchildren, they've got sailing plans and trips laid out and all that other things, but I think it's time to make up a new hobby for Stafford. So I came up with what I think is a pretty good idea for a hobby for Stafford. It combines his cheapskate nature and his competitive nature into one thing. It's called competitive extreme couponing. It's where you cut as many coupons as you can and try and get a box of Wheaties for free. And I really think that'll help. And so to get you started, I've got you some scissors. Now these are no normal scissors. These are borrowed, sorry Lina, from the supplies room because I wouldn't want to buy them. Well, as he sets off on this new adventure, who knows where the tides will take you and what new adventures you'll find and what laughs you'll have along the way, and maybe even some coupons.